Some would call it swag, some call it cockiness, some would call it being a diva. But when you're good, it's not bragging. And elite wide receivers and the confidence they exude often permeates an entire team, and we're going to see a couple of examples of that in this one. Welcome to venerable Bobby Dodd Stadium in Atlanta, Georgia, home of the rambling wreck of Georgia Tech. As we'll see, the number 13 team in the country, the Clemson Tigers, taking on a fellow ACC opponent, the Georgia Tech Yellow Jackets. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by a couple of legends, and yes, we do use that term loosely. David Pollack from the University of Georgia and former Gator Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's get down to the field. Clemson will kick off to get us underway. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The Yellow Jackets offense is on the field for the first time today. These rivalry games can really get the blood pumping, and we'll see who can manage their emotions best early.
Everyone's been waiting for this game, right? You know, both of these teams have had this game circled all the way back to the beginning of the offseason, so you got to be able to play under control.
With passion, with energy, with hatred, because it's a rivalry game, but keep your emotions in check and making sure I'm controlling what I can control.
Dropping back, it's King. Grabbed behind the line, it's Powell. Got the completion, but nowhere to go as that defense reacted quickly. The Yellow Jackets have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. Leaves it with the running back. Powers through the defender. And he fights his way forward, gets away from one, but not much doing on that one. This conference has a history of getting wacky, and the last thing you need to do is get off to a slow start in ACC play.
And what does everybody talk about every year, right? Like conference games, how much they matter, the familiarity with everybody around you. You can only start this one time, so let's bring that energy, bring that momentum. Who wants to start the season off right?
Well, the ACC is a conference that feels like oftentimes it just goes down to the wire. And those games late in the season are the ones that really determine what happens. But you got to set yourself up for success, and it starts right here in the first conference game in the ACC for your team.
So the Clemson Tigers offense will go to work for the first time. The matchup we'll be watching in this one really takes you back. Big time running back going right into the face of a tackling machine at linebacker, David.
Yeah, and we're going to see this individual battle a lot. Not just in pass coverage when they match up, but just meeting in holes. And who's going to win when they go head-to-head? That will be a big factor in who wins this football game. But Jesse, one-on-one, this is going to be a show.
This is going to be an incredible matchup that's going to go on until there's zeros up on the clock. Both of these guys have circled this game on the calendar because they knew who they were going to be facing. And two guys we know are going to play at the next level. But I think this is probably one of the better individual matchups we're going to see all season long.
See if they can turn this drive into points. They've got it 1st and 10 at the 50. To the air on 1st down. And it just squirted through his hands. He wanted to take off and got too anxious.
Just got to finish the play for the wide receiver. You got to look that one in and complete it. It's a bad drop.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. They'll run it from the gun. They could have used a little bit more there. Pick up of 3. It's 3rd and 7.
You know, as a defense, you kind of want to force the give on the RPO. You want them to run the football, and you can tell maybe the quarterback wishes he pulled this. Small gain, but some information you gathered maybe for the next time you get to run an RPO.
Makes the grab. It's Moore. Absolutely nowhere to go as this defense makes a 3rd down stop. On 4th and 7, analytics, gut feel, or maybe just wanting to keep the offense out there. They'll go for it. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Catch in the middle, it's Brown. Really nice pickup on that one as they get it to the 36. It'll be 1st down.
You got to have better tackling in the back end on defense. The guy didn't have the first once he had the ball in his hand, but because you missed the tackle, they've now got a fresh set of downs.
Clemson set up with another 1st down. Out of the gun, the inside handoff, looking for a crease. Makes the tackle at the 31. It's a pick up a 5 on the play.
It's going to be important this offensive line is able to get a little bit of push. Just got to give this guy an inch, a little crease, and he can make yards for it.
Quarterback on the move, still looking. Nothing doing downfield. He'll cut his losses and throw it away. It'll be 3rd down.
Know the situation, know the game of football, right? When I start to get outside the pocket, I don't see anything there. I can throw the ball away. I don't have to take a sack, get a lost yardage play. I can just throw the ball out of bounds as long as it passes the line of scrimmage. We go on to the next down. No harm, no foul.
On 4th down, they'll try to throw it. Trying to pick up the first out of the backfield. Across the 15. Gets out of bounds after the big game, but they've got it 1st and goal. They were easily within field goal range there, but they don't feel like you can win this game 3 points at a time.
No, pass. I mean, you got to be aggressive. You got to get touchdowns, man. You've seen the emphasis. Defenses are willing to give up yards now to make you kick field goals. I like this offense being aggressive. Forget the 3s. We need 6s.
Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. They've moved it forward to the 2. Now it's 2nd and goal. And he's able to bounce off one tackle, but still not a whole lot of running room.
I think it would be great if this offense leaned on the run game more in the red zone. Leaned on their back, man. Give it to him. Let him do his thing. He hasn't even gotten the end zone yet this season, so love to see him get...
Back's going for the goal line. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Clemson.
What a luxury for an offense to have. The ability to set the tone on the ground, giving that guy the football time after time, making offense easy, being physical, and really setting the tone for this football team.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Georgia Tech offense rolls back onto the field. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, and hoping for better fortune this time around. Got out of trouble and throws. Makes the grab outside. It's Rivers.
And listen, I'm going to move this guy everywhere. He was in the slot this time, but I'm not going to let the defense understand where he's lining up so they can double team him. Put him in the slot, put him out wide. Either way, find this guy early and often.
Gives it on the option. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
You know when you're playing against a defense of this caliber, you're going to have some sort of balance, right? You can't just drop back and throw it every single play. Nothing going on that last run. They're going to have to find another way to get it going and handing the ball.
Working the middle. And he's to the 48-yard line. That'll be good enough for a 1st down.
And listen, the defense knew coming into this one, they were going to target him early and often. He is a weapon, and there's no mystery where your quarterback's going to be looking on critical down and distances. Let's see how they're able to cover him throughout the rest of this game.
Now, I know you two never faced off against each other in an actual rivalry game other than the Thanksgiving morning Turkey Bowl. But knowing you two the way I do and the way you know each other, Jesse, what would you have done to try to throw Pollock off a little bit on a stage like this?
In our opening 10-play script, I would have had David Pollock cut blocked, maybe even double-team high-load, chop blocked on every single play early.
Which is illegal, you bum. That's fine. But that's fine. You know what? I guess in retaliation to that, we would have just roughed the passer over and over, taking the 15-yard penalty. That's what's fun about this, Reese. It's petty. It's sometimes it crosses the line of dirty, but that's why rivalries are so fun.
Punt is in the air. The ball hits at the 5, and it'll go into the end zone for a touchback. They'll snap it from the 20 for the opening play of this drive. Wants to throw. It's Klubnik. Forced out of the pocket. On the move to the right and looking for a big one. Hits him inside the 20, still going. They bring him down, but he's got a 1st and goal from the 10.
And that is such an accurate throw. It's one thing to do it from the pocket when you have your feet set underneath you, but when you can get outside, off schedule, on the move, and throw a dart like that, that is just big time, and the offense gets a huge explosive play.
They pushed it ahead to the 4. They'll try to cash in on 2nd and goal. Makes the catch, and he'll run it into the end zone. Touchdown, Tiger. Did not take long to get into the end zone. Now let's see if this gets this offense to hit overdrive.
Now, we may have a situation here. We might have points, and more points. You keep putting drives together like that quickly, tune up that much yardage. Defenses are going to have to get something to get out.
And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Big Ten action today. A couple of teams who have had this game circled on the calendar for some time. USC answered the bell away from the Coliseum today with an impressive victory. The Trojans knew the challenges awaiting them, and they met them head-on. Generally the mark of a really good team. No cupcakes this week, fellas. This Big Ten battle was much anticipated, and at least one side can say it's a game they'll savor for some time.
Kevin, thanks a lot for that one. Sounds as if they had a good one there. The give on the option. Finds that crease, and he's got 4 out to the 29.
That's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's first down and the defense thinks you might be running a football, you still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. Off the play fake. Snagged in the middle. It's Burns. Hard-nosed, determined effort to work his way up to the 35-yard line.
Well, it's a nice job, too, of the quarterback after the play fake there, getting his eyes down the field. He had to get that to his tight end quickly, knowing he wasn't going to have a lot of space to run with that to the catch.
They'll try to sneak it. And they make the stop, and that will likely bring us to the end of the first quarter.
Number 47 in punt formation to kick it away.
They'll wrap him up and bring him down, and that's how we'll wrap up the first quarter. We've come to the end of the quarter, and Clemson has the lead. And they were able to build that lead into double figures. Let's take a quick look at our early stats before we move on. First play of the period, first down here. From the gun, running back on the move. Not much there. Picks up a couple to the 22. Guys, this is a team that struggled mightily last year, and the entire offseason was built around performing better in ACC play.
Well, they just didn't have the dudes to get it done last year. Didn't have enough talent. But they're a year older. They've gone to the transfer portal. They've done a good job recruiting from the high school ranks. And, David, they think this year...
Snags it down the right side. Finally forced out of bounds. Maybe a step shy of midfield. They'll mark it at the 49. It'll be a first down from the 49-yard line. Might be calling a hot route. Back to throw, it's Klubnik. Unleashes one deep. And good coverage and better hands by the defender to knock it down in the end zone.
DB does an outstanding job here on the deep pass. Locating the football, no PI, able to swat it away, pass incomplete.
Sends it back in motion. Looking to fire. Incomplete. Looked as if he had his man, but just a misfire from this senior. Now facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Unloads it left. Another incompletion on 3rd down.
Well, the defense finally has figured it out. That was critical for their confidence because they had been scored on earlier. They'd given up a ton of yards. I think they understood the gravity of the situation. third down. That was critical for them to get off the field, build momentum.
He'll take a shot. And it's incomplete, and the defense stands tall and gets off the field. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Grab behind the line. It's Alexander. And he'll get behind those pads and deliver the blow and get it down to the 44.
And this offense, I think, will do a good job in this game divvying up the football and distributing it to different guys in the passing game. It won't just be receivers. It's not going to be tight ends. This running back, he's a weapon, too, after he catches it. You saw it right there.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. From the shotgun, the handoff to the back. And stuffed by that big defensive tackle up front. And the Yellow Jackets want to crank the tempo. Looking to throw, it's King. Get it out on the screen. There he goes. Moving deeper into enemy territory. Move the chains. It's first down at the 27. The Yellow Jackets come to the line with a fresh set of downs. The option look. Got it into the red zone, dragged down at the 18-yard line. Now on 2nd down. The pull and throw off the RPO. The ball is down at the 14 after that grab. And the Yellow Jackets are marching down the field. Give to the back. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Back to pass. Get it out to the supersonic guy. That one takes it down to the 13-yard line. They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Makes the catch. And he will score. Touchdown, Georgia Tech. After the score, we'll see if that breathes a little fire into it.
And you see it all the time, right? You get that score, you get that energy, the crowd gets involved, and the defense got to get out and get you a stop. But this was step one to getting them back in the ballgame.
And after the extra point, they've cut the lead in half, down 14-7. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. They're set to kick it off, and this crowd now ready to get behind them. On the move from inside his 5. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. Clemson ready to dial up some ball plays. They've got it on offense. They were really aggressive going for it in their own end last time and put them in a tough spot, David.
Yeah, aggressive, reckless. They got to find the balance with this offense to really be productive. And last possession they went for it, they rolled the dice, Palmer, and it didn't work out for them.
Yeah, if you're better on 3rd down moving forward, though, you can keep yourself out of those situations.
After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. Dropping back, it's Klubnik. Fires to the right. He's got it. Across the 40 out of bounds and the 41, and a big pickup has this offense on the move. The offense lines up at the 41 with a 1st and 10. Power football with the run. Able to scrounge 3 yards out of that one somehow. It's 2nd and 7. Went to the running game on first down. Now here they come again. Second down, they'll go to the air. With the catch, it's Brown. They make the stop, but not before they do their work up top and pick up a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Looking to throw on first down. Gets it to him on the screen. Turning it on. They are on the move down to the 32, and they pick up another first down. For a quarterback as highly touted as Cade Klubnik was, I think he would even tell you he started slowly, but man, the progression, the improvement has been exponential, Jesse.
It has, Reese, and he's played big in big games as of late. You think back to last year's ACC championship game, and then I would argue his game against Texas, even in the loss in the playoff, that might have been his best game of the season, making throw after throw. You can see why he was so highly recruited, and if he plays up to that standard week in, week out, Clemson's going to be really tough to beat.
The inside handoff. Pulled down at the 11-yard line as they inch closer and closer to pay dirt.
Yeah, and it's a nice decision by the quarterback when you run these RPOs. Man, if you can give it to him and you can get such positive yards like that, continue to do it. Make that defense react a different way, then I'll throw the football.
And it's caught! Touchdown, Tigers!
And it's so underrated. The relationship between a QB and a wide receiver, the timing, the ability to know where he's going to be and be accurate with the football, that's what leads to nice touchdowns, Jesse.
Well, and the chemistry between these two guys has to be great when you're throwing into the end zone because coverage is going to be tight. The throw might not be perfect, but this is something these two guys have been repping in practice over and over and over, and it's paying dividends now on game.
And the extra point puts them on top 21-7. So it's a 77-yard touchdown drive, and they finish it with an 11-yard touchdown dart. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Georgia Tech has the ball back, and here comes the Yellow Jacket offense. Not a lot of time left here in the half. Let's see if they can cut into this lead.
And this drive isn't a must score, but man, you look at the scoreboard. You're down 2 scores. Jesse, you got a good opportunity to create some momentum. Cut it to a 1-score game. This is an important possession.
Yeah, it's important to create that momentum now, David, too, and not wait to get it going here at the start of the third quarter. You've got one drive here to get a couple of points. You've got to start racing and chipping away at this deficit. This could be where the game turns right here.
It'll be 3rd and long. To the air, it's King. A beautifully placed ball to the outside, and the toe drag for the big pickup. The Yellow Jackets will try to pin them back with the punt. 4th time tonight we've seen this guy come on to punt. He'll field the punt and see what he can get. Well, they finally stop him, but he found some running room on that return and really helps out his offense to start this drive. Clemson has their paws on it, and they'll send out the offense. Took the last drive in for a touchdown. They'll try to do it again on this one. Plenty of time left in the half here as they take over, but they will want to be efficient here in the final 2 minutes. Wants to throw on first down. Got a man, it's Williams. Showing off those sweet feet as he gets it to the 45. Clemson is quick to the line. Wants to go up top. Shoots it to the left. That's caught. It's Williams. Inside the 30, down to the 29. Time is running short here in the first half. New set of downs after the completion. Looking to throw on first down. Pressure coming. Makes the catch. It's Randall. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few. Going to sling it on second down. Caught near the sticks. It's Smith. He's brought down, but he's got him inside the 10. First and goal from the 8. They'll immediately call timeout.
Man, this quarterback is having himself a day. Over 200 yards in the first half. It was hard enough for Palmer to get over 200 in a game, more or less in the first half.
That one will be incomplete, and we are down to 10 seconds to go.
And that is the play this defense had to have. Did you look at the secondary right there? I mean, he was open, guys. Like, that would have been a touchdown, and this defense got to the quarterback, hit him as he's throwing the football, forced the errant pass, and dodged a bullet.
Looking to throw, it's Klubnik. Back's got it. They'll mark him down at the 2. The excellent execution on that throw and catch. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. Just enough time to get off one final play of the half. Right through his hands. He had a touchdown and just didn't load the ball in. It'll be fourth down.
And that's a good job by this defense, man. You drop back, you play really smart, play sound. Understand, there's not a lot of field to cover, and they couldn't fit the ball in a window. Good pass defense.
That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
Guys, rivalry games always bring out a ton of emotions, and they were on full display in that first half. And a lot of coaches will say limiting the big plays and maybe hitting on a few yourself is key. But I'm more of a move-the-chains guy. Give me efficiency every day of the week and twice on Saturday. The offensive unit that subscribes to the less is more philosophy might be the one that leaves here today with a big, fat W.
Clemson ready to dial up some ball plays. They've got it on offense. They're going to open this drive with a pass. Grab near the marker. It's Smith. Stop is made at the 36, but he picked up 10 on that one and has a fresh set of downs. They'll snap it from the 36. They've got a first down. Wants to go up top on first down. And this one's going to be incomplete. He was trying to make the connection in the back corner of the end zone. What will they dial up on second and a long way to go? Back to throw, it's Klubnik. Makes the grab, it's Williams. Brings into the open. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks.
The defense has got to be able to make a play at some point here in the second half. You're down 2 possessions. You need to steal a possession badly. You need to have a takeaway. The coverage is going to have to be way tighter than on that last throw. Otherwise, this offense is just going to go up and down the field.
Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. On the run, still looking. Lets it go to the end zone. Had it in his hands for the score and let it fall to the turf. It'll be third down.
What a play by the defender there, guys. In his own end zone. The offense has taken a shot, and if that defender was just one step behind, that would have been a touchdown. But the hit forces the incompletion.
Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Clemson looking to convert on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Got out of trouble, got rid of it. And this will fall incomplete, and they'll turn it over on downs.
Man, aggressive play calls. Everybody wants you to be aggressive. They're aggressive. They take their shot. Now they got to live with a little bit of the consequences. They turn the football over on downs. Now their defense has to go out on the field and make some stops.
Takes the handoff. It's Alexander. Runs through a tackle. He's stopped again, and he's had a busy night, if not necessarily a productive one so far.
And coming out in the second half, this offense, they needed to establish this run game. They needed to get something going. They're losing. They've got to find a way to get a flow, to get a rhythm. And so far here to start this second half, defense picking up where it left off.
You know, as an offense, you've got to do a better job pass protecting, and you've got to start thinking about max protection at this point of the game. Because if you don't get hats on hats, your quarterback goes down on his own 2-yard line. You're lucky you didn't give up a safety.
The give. He breaks a tackle. He stopped short, and it's 4th down.
Another tough run for this offense, and I think a big reason why they're down on the scoreboard right now is they just haven't been able to get this guy going. They've tried to give him the ball a lot. It just hasn't paid off, but you get the feeling, too, if they are going to crawl back in this one, they need him to break one off, and it just takes one play for this guy. Don't be impatient. You got to keep giving him the football.
Clemson has their paws on it, and they'll send out the offense. They've got it back after that last drive stalling out, and they were stopped on 4th down, David.
Yeah, and they put a little bit of a drive together, but, Jesse, they stalled on the other side of the field, and they got to find a way to keep that momentum going as they get closer to the end zone.
I agree. I do like their mindset, though, and I think they need to continue being aggressive moving forward in this game.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. Scanning the field, it's Klubnik. A shot toward the end zone. And good coverage there to knock it away and deny the score.
Well, you knew you were going to see it in this game, throwing the go route to one of the fastest players in all of college football. This receiver strikes fear in the heart of every defense because he's got elite track speed. He's going to blow the combine up in the 40-yard dash because of his wheels. Not able to connect with the quarterback on that one, but you know he has the defense's attention.
For the 3rd straight play, the pass falls incomplete.
Well, this is a disappointing drive for the offense, considering where this drive started in their opponent territory. Now you're 4th and long. You've got to be better throwing the football in those types of situations.
3 straight incompletions, and undaunted, they'll go for it on 4th and 10. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Hit as he throws, and the ball goes right to the ground, incomplete.
You know, offensively in that situation, 4th down, you're throwing for it. Everything has to go right, or someone just needs to be able to make a play to keep the drive alive. They couldn't get it done, and now the offense is coming off the field.
Just a short pass to the tight end. He gets it out across the 45 and out of bounds at the 46. And here comes the offense on 2nd down. They go to the ground. He's stopped in the backfield again, and this just hasn't been his night. It's been more like a nightmare. And this offense just has to find a way to convert this 3rd down, or else they are really in trouble. Here comes the heat. Oh, and he took a shot as he threw that one away. And the Yellow Jackets will punt this one away. We've seen a lot of the punt teams 6 times tonight. And the returner is stopped. Clemson ready to dial up some ball plays. They've got it on offense. These last couple of drives, Jesse, have been about the defense making clutch stand.
I think for this offense, they can stay aggressive. No.
Lets it fly. And it's incomplete. They were looking for the huge gain on 1st down.
Well, quarterback trying to get aggressive, trying to take a shot deep down the field, but just not on the same page with his wide receivers. The pass falls in.
Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Back to pass, it's Klubnik. Going back to the well, another deep ball. Reels it in down the left side. And the catch and run into the end zone. Touchdown, Tigers. No step back in week 3. They have been sharp as they extend the lead. They've extended this lead, guys, but sometimes in a rivalry game, you get down and you fight back that much harder.
Man, you've seen crazy comebacks and crazy swings of momentum in rivalry games. You just need that first thing to break your way, Palmer.
And I think it really comes down to their key playmakers, David. They can come back. These guys need to take ownership. Now's the time. In this type of game, they have got to step up and start making plays.
They'll give it to the back. Makes his man miss. Didn't get much done on that run. He'll fight his way out and maybe pick up a yard. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. The give to the running back from the shotgun. Oh, he's got some space. They finally get him stopped. This veteran junior running back comes up with a nice play.
Definitely been tough sledding for this guy, especially in the first half. They gave him the ball a bunch, but they just don't have a ton of yards on the ground to show for it at this point. That looked like a pretty good run, though. You just wonder maybe in the second half, if they keep giving him the football, it may start paying some dividends.
He goes out of bounds right at midfield.
Nice catch by the big target. Those big tight ends, you could tell in football, are just becoming more and more of a weapon on every single team.
Using his legs, it's Alexander. Defense is there to greet him again, and they are ready, and he has found nowhere to run tonight. Here on 3rd down. Trying play action. He's going to let one fly down the middle. And trying to put points on the board on 3rd down. Now they're staring at 4th down. The Yellow Jackets will send out the punt unit. A fairly short distance here toward the sidelines, not his best work. Clemson has their paws on it, and they'll send out the offense. They had this thing in a hammerlock at halftime, and now they are really ratcheting up the pressure, David.
And I tell you what, this offense doesn't have to change a thing, Paul. They've done what they want in the first half and starting off the second half in the same fashion.
And I like how they're letting different guys get involved, too. They've got so many different playmakers all over the field.
And running backs are so good, so talented, so elusive. You see nowadays they really have the ability to make you miss, run you over. Unbelievable effort. Nice job. You keep that going, it'll be hard to stop.
Might as well run him until they stop him. He's got it again. Got to be smart, patient, great vision. Uses all of that to get to the 29. After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. Dropping back, it's Klubnik. Going for the big play. And it's incomplete after taking a shot on 2nd down. They're staring at 3rd. Trying to pick up a first down. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. Trying to set up the screen. Made a defender miss. They've got it to the 49-yard line, and they'll move the chains. This Clemson offense moving quickly down the field. Looking downfield on first down. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
And finally, the defense is able to get some pressure on this quarterback. They had been trying all game long different ways to affect him. Weren't able to get there. But on that play, because of the pressure, it affected his accuracy, and that's why the ball falls in.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
On 4th down, they're taking to the air. Going for it all. And it's incomplete. The long pass downfield they couldn't hook up.
I love when defenses are smart enough to swat the ball down. Don't go for the pick, especially on 4th down. They knock it down. You get the ball anyways. Nice job by the defender.
They're looking for an advantage to the right. He's stopped again, and he's had a busy night, if not necessarily a productive one so far.
Second down.
We've reached the break. Clemson has the lead, and they are starting to pull away as we come to the end of the 3rd quarter. Let's take a look at how we got here. As we start the 4th quarter, it'll take a pretty sizable comeback to win this one. So the final period starts with a 2nd down play. To the air, it's King. Had to throw it before he wanted. That pressure got to him, and he just had to chuck it out of bounds. This Clemson defense has been something across the entire game. Old school lockdown.
I mean, unbelievable. Shutting down everything you want to do. Shutting down the run. Shutting down the pass.
He's got it inside the 30. Ripping through the defense and getting it all the way down to the 24-yard line.
The offense has struggled. They're not going to win this game. But trust me, this coaching staff is still trying to find things to build off of for next week. And after an explosive play like that, maybe they can generate just a little bit of momentum and gain a little bit of confidence that they can keep coaching up heading into their next game.
And this offense just hasn't found a way to kind of open it up. Like, they haven't found those explosive plays. It feels like the defense is kind of strangling them and staying really close to the line of scrimmage because of their lack of their big play ability over the top. This offense has to dial something up.
Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. And the Yellow Jackets come to the line with a new set of downs. Takes the handoff. It's Powell. He's brought down at the 7-yard line, and they are threatening to take it in. It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. To the air on 2nd down. Under fire. And here comes the heat, and they get home, and they get him at the 21.
This quarterback has been under duress all game long. He's one of the best in the country, and he's used to having his way. He's the one who's used to dictating to opposing defenses, but that has not been the case in this game. Here we are late. He's still under pressure.
Looking for the end zone. Oh, and he dropped it. He had a touchdown right in his hands and couldn't hang on. It'll be 4th down. No hesitation at all. The offense stays on the field. They'll go for it. On 4th down, he'll try to toss it. Lets it fly deep downfield. Snagged in the end zone. Touchdown, Yellow Jackets.
They decided to go for it on 4th down, and that was not easy, man. These windows open and close so quickly when you're throwing into the end zone, but really nice timing by the quarterback, and because of that, on 4th down, it's a touchdown.
And he tacked on the extra point. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25. Clemson ready to dial up some ball plays. They got it on offense. That 4th down gamble didn't pay off on the last drive, and it led to giving up a scoring drive, David.
Yeah, and everybody wants to go for it on 4th down. Everybody wants that, but your defense sometimes has to bail out your decision-making. We decided to go for it. We didn't get it. And the defense, Jesse, didn't come up big and prove me right.
Yeah, not complimentary football, no doubt. But look, this offense has been in these situations before, so you got to come back out here, take the field. It's a fresh set of downs, brand new drive. Let's go out and execute, put some points on the board.
What a job to lay out and make the catch.
I love an offense that wants to stay aggressive. Even when you've got the lead late in a game like this, right, you still try to find your playmakers and get them the ball in space, and that is exactly what this offense is doing.
You see a lot of offenses late in the football game with a lead get conservative. I like they didn't. Like, they trusted the passing game. You're going to get looks that you know what they are. Defense has to be aggressive. You know, they have to be aggressive because they're down. They've got to get to the quarterback. They've got to get stops. Nice job throwing the football.
To throw, it's Clemson. Looking left. It's caught. And he found all kinds of room and got it down to the 28.
You know what's interesting? At this point of the game, with the lead in the fourth quarter, the defense is expecting them to run the ball. And because they're putting so many guys close to the line of scrimmage, they're taking advantage, throwing it 2 straight completions now back-to-back.
To the air on first down. Here's the pressure. Can't make the connection, and the defense putting on the heat and forcing the incompletion. Working well behind the sticks on second down. Looking to fire. Unloads to the wideout. Complete to the right. The stop is made, but this offense is threatening. First and goal from the 9. He just keeps piling up numbers with completion after completion in this standout performance.
And I think some people might say late in the game, you got the win, everything's in hand, be a little bit conservative, or you just say, I'm just going to keep doing me. And what I do with this offense is throw the football all over the yard, and I'm going to try to win me a big trophy at the end of the year.
Looking for just 1 more yard. It's second and goal. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. Be interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
And they've got him down after the short completion, but they inch closer and closer to pay dirt. They'll try to tack on a little extra to this lead with a touchdown here on 4th and goal. Looking downfield, it's Klubnik. Unleashes to the end zone. Touchdown, Clemson. Grab the short pass to put the 6 on the board. They push the lead out here in the 4th quarter and close to getting back on track and going 2-1.
And this offense continuing to put up points. This game's out of reach. You know you're going to win, but still throwing the football, still finding that connection. I imagine there'll be some salty handshakes at the end of this game.
The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Ramblin' Wreck offense rolls back onto the field. How about that last drive? Just carved him up in the air, David.
Yeah, and how about that quarterback? You gave him the ball, and he delivered the goods. Great job taking apart the defense, Jesse, on that last drive.
He really did, David. I mean, that was a masterclass in just reading coverage and being accurate.
It's always interesting how people handle late game. Like, you know this game is over.
Lost one deep down the right side. Makes a grab at the 25, and there's room. He flips his field in an instant, and he's got him set up at the 20. Looking to pass inside the red zone. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. And he's going to take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Georgia Tech. And the extra point is good, but they still trail 35-21. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Dynamite matchup today, fellas. Let's show you what's going down. Coastal Carolina has opened up a can right now, and based on what we've seen, I'm not sure anything is going to change. They're up by 15 over East Carolina. Your boy KC has you covered here in studio, guys, in case anything changes in this one.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. Looking downfield, it's Klubnik. Oh, they're after him. Finds his man. It's Moore. He goes out of bounds after picking up a few at the 35-yard line. Let's see what they've got on second down. Back to pass. Looking to the big tight end. Nice defensive play to get a hand in there and knock it away.
Great job on the back end in coverage. DB staying in the hip pocket of the target and was able to swat that ball away.
Couldn't find his man last time, and that leaves him with a 3rd and 6. From the gun, wants to pass. Grabbed over the middle. It's Williams. He'll be stopped about 2 yards short of a first down. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. They already have a comfortable lead, up by multiple possessions, but they're going to go for it here on 4th down. Here's the heat. And the heat gets home, and down goes the quarterback. There are penalty markers on the field, but I think it's against the offense. They'll decline the penalty here, and the result of the play stands. Looking to throw on first down. Rushes on him. And that's not the way they drew it up. It's incomplete.
Oh, quarterback off target on that one. And in this 2-minute situation, you've got to be able to call and run passing plays that you feel like you can run in your sleep.
Looking for a man. It's King. Makes the grab on the left. Found a little bit of room to operate, but he'll be stopped just short of the first down. They're at their fastest tempo trying to get off this 3rd down play. They'll try to pick up the first through the air. And that'll be incomplete. They certainly weren't afraid to take a shot there, and now it's 4th down. No signs of any kind of kicker as they'll leave the offense out there to try to move those chains. Trying to keep this drive alive. There he goes. He's all the way down to the 27-yard line, and they are threatening. They immediately call timeout, trying to preserve every second they can to try to rally here late. They'll send the back in motion. Wants to throw on first down. Caught in the backfield, it's Powell. He was smelling that end zone, but they get him down at the 4 after the big pass play. Sprinting to the line to try to get this one off. Clock's running. He'll spike the ball to try to save every precious second he can.
To stop the clock. No gain on the play. It's now 2nd and goal.
Can the D deny them on 2nd and goal?
Here we go. Set.
Wants to go up top. Pocket breaking down. It's 3rd and goal and 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Looking to the end zone. Picked off. What a play by this defense. Looking for more room. He's inside the 40. Running inside the 20. Touchdown, Clemson. The defense does the work itself with a pick 6. That lead's a little more comfortable now as they close in on a victory here in week 3.
And there's something you don't see often, a 100-yard interception return for a touchdown. As a quarterback, you know those windows are really small to throw into. And if you don't throw it on time, it's going to get at minimum tipped, maybe picked. That's the worst possible scenario for a quarterback. What a play by the defense.
The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Back to throw, it's King. Snagged out of the air. The offense will use the timeout. Clock is stopped with 22 seconds left. The Yellow Jackets in a good spot here with 2nd and short. Looking to fire. He's taking a deep shot late in the game. And that's going to be incomplete. Going for broke on 2nd down, but 3rd down's coming up.
And this is just one of those days, man, where everything has gone wrong, right? Like they just haven't been in a rhythm. They haven't got it going and never built the momentum. This is one of those days that you learn from, you try to grow from. A lot of things that we're going to show in the film room that people aren't going to like, but hopefully you can learn from it and do better next time.
And the Yellow Jackets come to the line in the hurry up. He spikes it, clock stops as they try to rally late.
The clock is stopped.
One more play to pad the stats.
Second down coming up.
Wants to fire on second down. Zings it complete to the right. That will be the final play as they make the stop, and the clock has expired here. There's a long and storied history of great games between these two rivals.